Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my kit videos. Little bit of advance warning on this, there is going to be no teching in this video, but what I am going to do, I'm just going to talk to you about kind of what's been going on in my airsofting mind over the last couple of weeks. So apologies that there wasn't a video last Friday. I've been a little bit ill and I've got quite a few children and they've been ill as well, so as a household we've been quite sickly and sadly I've not been able to get a video put together. Tie that in with a little bit of post-Christmas burnout, and I've been on site playing a bit of outdoor lately, which hasn't allowed me to get very good footage of anything really, so we are kind of running a little bit dry. So but however we have had some movement over the past week, so here we go. Let's start with whereabouts we are. So Geoffs Super Precision BBs. This is a bag of 3,000 3.2s with the new shiny ass red badge on there. This is from Outdoor and Tactical. I always order them and use the code CAMMAN5 and you get an extra 5% off. Why am I talking about these? Well, last weekend or the weekend before, in fact it was the weekend before because I got sick after that weekend, I took the MTW out for its first real outing. It destroyed. I mean, using blasted Devil 3s, it destroyed. So this, I'm due out again in another 2 weeks for an outside event. I am keeping at the 1.1 kind of dual marker with my MTW, so I'm just going to push it out to 3.2s. It took about 4 or 5 mags to get that hop booking, that you know, the G&G green bedded in. After it got bedded in, we were skying them, dropped it back down, and it was just firing lasers across the map. So I'm going to step up to 3.2s because that's kind of what I want to use. I don't want to go up to 4s. 3.2s are about the nice pricing point. They're about £21-ish for a bag of these. Also, in a kind of a more roundabout way, BBs. BB quality is something which goes through my mind a lot more than what it probably should do. I am going to fold back now and only shoot super precision BBs through my rifles. Whether that's my sidearm, I'm going to get some 2.5s and some 2.8s to run as sidearms, or you know, kind of the heavier weight, and certainly I've always run these for sniper. I've toyed about a bit with ASG Devils. I've looked at some warheads, that kind of thing. I am kind of not compromising anymore. The whole point of the MTW was to just work, so I want ammo, which is just brilliant. That's the BB. So they arrived this week. That's why they are on this desk. This box, this is a Core Essentials packing slip in here. So it's actually empty in here. There's nothing in here. There's an offcut of a belt, and there's some bits, and there's a leaflet, and there's the hanger which needs to go in my wardrobe. So I'm currently not trialing, but I'm kind of testing and gathering my opinions. I have a Core Essentials EDC belt. So it's not the mole version, which is kind of an odd choice for me. It's just kind of the standard EDC build. They're the kind of things that, you know, all these really cool American guys walking around with concealed carry and open carry, you know, they're hanging the holsters off. They're proper tough gun belts. And Core Essentials reached out to me and asked me if I wouldn't mind getting hold of one of their belts and kind of giving some opinions on it. So obviously I'm very, very glad and open to doing that. I'm quite happy to get my hands onto products. I have filmed an unboxing video. However, the unboxing video was a lot more on let's just unbox it and make it fit. What I didn't do in that video was actually concentrate on some of the key features of the product, which is going to be done in a subsequent video because I'm about 2 weeks into my, you know, proposed initial 4 weeks of testing this belt to see how it fares up. So early signs, it's absolutely fantastic. I love the belt. Notice some things using a real good belt that you kind of miss out using, you know, kind of the flim-flam stuff that you do tend to get. So that's coming, so please do keep an eye out for that. Like I say, the unbox video will probably drop at the same time as the actual kind of belt usage review video, and that's purely because I don't feel that the unboxing video showcases the best parts about it, but I do want to have a bit of an unboxing video on there because I filmed it and it does actually cover the unboxing, cutting it and shaping it. In other news, the AAP, wow, this thing. So I got a bit impatient the other day, gassed the mag up, took some shots from it. Oh my God, it's so rapid. However, I think the springs may just be a little bit tough for it. still seals pretty nicely. It's quite a rapid pullback, and this aluminium blowback makes such a difference. From the last time I had an AAP, I remember when I was shooting, I'll hold my hand sideways there, when you're shooting you do get a bit of kick like that, because you know, ultimately all the weight's here, and when the BBU's out, it's back here. So short stroke pulls that in a bit, but you've still got a lot of weight going boom, 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 boom. So the gun is very much like that. With these lightweight units, it's just ding, 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 ding. There's just nothing there. It's just bang, 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 bang. So byproduct from that is it was struggling with feeding a little bit. Now I do have a couple of short strokes in there, which I said I was going to put in to weaken the impact of the metal BBU against the back end of the gun. What I am going to do, in the interest of, I mean, I was only running on gas, and the gas, it's cold, so the gas wasn't massively pressured. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get the short strokes back out, and I'm going to swap out. I put 2 mediums in there, which I think was a little bit optimistic. I'm going to swap the 2 mediums for a kind of a thinner single. And again, it's just to kind of cushion a bit of impact, but I don't need the short stroke on this thing because it is just travelling so well. It's just so quick. Really do like this AAP and can't wait to get a HPA adapter for it so I can start using it. I am in the process of trying to decide what HPA adapter I want. Parts of my mind say, go primary. You've always had primary, and primary have always been fantastic. But then the other parts of me are go with an AirTac, because those guys are really cool, and I've had a lot of dealings with them, obviously with the high cap stuff. But then there's another part of me as well. Some people have started to do some kind of angled ones. I quite fancy an angled one for this, because this isn't going to be my primary CQB gun, but it is little, it is lightweight, it is going to be fast. So there's a part of me which kind of says do that with the AAP as well. So, on to the next. The lightweight capper. This thing is phenomenal on another scale. This has been stripped this week, and it's been put back together. And the reason for that is the disconnector. So, there's nothing wrong with it. I needed a disconnector for another purpose, which we will touch on shortly. And I got a new disconnector from the amazing godlike high kappa hub, and it was a cow disconnector. So I thought, well, do you know what, let's stick the cow disconnector in here, just make it that little bit nicer. I mean, it's already got the cow sear in here, and I'll just pull it in. There's your point. It's just so nice. So I just thought, why not, we'll stick the disconnector in as well. So that's been stripped, rebuilt. It's not had some action for a little while. It's about ready to go back out and start taking some names again. So that's due to run out at some point soon. I've been thinking I might get a midweek sesh booked so we can get a bit of gameplay video going for you as well. Next one over. We're going to talk about this. So this is the Franken build. So I did do a bit of a build-up video on this, but it came out horrifically. I broke loads of stuff and the grip didn't really work right. So I kind of chose not to put it onto YouTube. It wasn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm quite slack. I will put most stuff on that I record, but this was just horrific. So fast forward a bit. It's kind of built up now. We've got the original Make It 3D slide on here. I've got a replacement rear sight to go on there, 3D printed sight. It needs a BBU in there. It needs a front sight. It needs a new outer barrel, it needs a whole new inner barrel and everything. So I'm kind of still a bit don't know where to go with this, but ultimately we'll get around to it. The disconnector went in here. So this now does actually click and work. The only problem is, though, is this. Minging. It's got an AIP trigger ring in there on the stock TM trigger, and it just doesn't seem to like it. In the stock TM grip. Now I've tried this in the lightweight build, and the trigger and ring work absolutely perfectly, flawlessly in that. So it is something to do with the TM grip. I've tried it in another TM grip and it did the same thing. So either I need another new trigger ring or I need a new grip. So I might go down, because this is a bit of a Franken, I might just pick up a cheap cow grip and just chuck it on just for the sake of it. In other news, we've also put a new beaver tail on the back of here as well. It had one of the little short diddly widdly 4.3 ones. I don't really like those too much. A dude on one of the selling groups was selling it's a stock beaver tail, but it's the longer one, so I've gone with that. So quite happy with that. it's nice. The whole point of this is just going to be make it mismatch in every way, shape and form I possibly can, and hopefully turn out an alright pistol out of that. And finally, again, a huge, massive shout out to High Kappa Hub. Thank you, Kyle, for helping me out, get me sorted with this. This is a 285mm by 6.05mm inner barrel for the MTW. So my MTW is absolutely fantastic. I have no intention on swapping anything out that I don't have to. It's going to keep the stock hop. It's going to keep the stock engine, the FCU, the everything. It's just going to keep the stock everything apart from the barrel. I am quite discerning. I do prefer to only shoot PDI barrels, and this is going to be one of those. I've done a little bit of reading. It seems like the stock barrels are 603, so going out to a 605, I'm probably going to lose a tiny bit of efficiency on there, which I'm kind of okay with, because at the moment my reg needs to sit around about 75 psi-ish to get, you know, kind of like that 1.1 joule that I like. So if this means it gets to 80, I am a happy little bunny. So there we go. But again, not needed because it went out last weekend and it absolutely rinsed. So there we go. You're kind of up to date. That's where my mind's been for the kind of the past 2 weeks or so. Like I say, there's been a bit of sickness, illness, and you know, it's been difficult to get some content together because of that. I am struggling with getting some time out here into the cave at the moment and getting some tech videos done. So please do bear with me. I do apologise if I miss some weeks in a row. That's not the intention. And like I say, I am working on some things in the background as well, which just it would be boring for me to do incrementally for you. So thank you very much. Thank you if you've watched this far and seen my kind of little update on where we are. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Every sub does help me on my little YouTube journey, and I am quite keen on pushing up this year to around about the 1,500. That would be super amazing. I still can't believe I actually got above 58 subscribers, so thank you very much to each and every one of you who are subscribing to me, who are watching my content. And yeah, please drop me some comments as well, guys. I love talking to you all. I love talking about Airsoft. It's kind of like my main thing. So yeah, happy to talk Airsoft all day long, as much as you want. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you in the next one.